Okay, so then let's just get started. So I'm assuming that you're here because you are in your all science majors and minors. Just out of curiosity, I have the chat on. So what majors are being represented here? Who's forensic science? I heard applied math, forensic science. How are you?
Forensic science.
Forensic science too. Any CMB in the house? Toxicology? Have computer science, toxicology. By far, our biggest group is always forensic science. So that's, I'm glad I am also seeing a few names that I recognize from students that participated in this program last semester. Welcome back. I'm gonna get to the paperwork in a bit. As you've noticed, neither Sashari nor Derek is with us anymore. Sashari now has a job at Hostos Community College. She used to be our academic advisor for this program. And we're gonna be, we just hired someone new. So that means that you're stuck with me for another year. I am Edgardo Senario Valentino, the Associate Director of PRISM, and I oversee the day-to-day operations of the program. PRISM was founded about 15 years ago to help students in the science department because we had a horrible attrition problem to the point that in the 1990s, we had the class of 1997, 0 freshmen graduated. So since then, that number has gone up a lot, particularly for some of the efforts that PRISM has brought to the college and the college has institutionalized, like, for example, the Math and Science Resource Center, the Office for Student Research and Creativity, Research Week. So I am recording these and I'm going to go over Blackboard in a bit. I'm going to post the recording on Blackboard. So in general, PRISM works with all 5 majors now, and we for the last 10 years, we've been working with computer science, for the last 3 with applied math, and also with toxicology and cell molecular biology since 2015. And starting this year, we're also welcoming to this program, to the Junior Scholars Program, we're welcoming students enrolled in biology and chemistry minors, regardless of their major. So PRISM was founded in 2007 and originally was a way to provide our students with an opportunity to experience the practice of science outside of the classroom. And since then, it's changed a lot. Now we're sort of working as an umbrella program, and we have various initiatives, all of them which aim to help improve the student experience, student preparation at John Jay, so that they succeed at John Jay and they're prepared for what comes afterwards. For example, the Junior Scholars Program that I'll discuss. The other program is the Undergraduate Research Program. This program is very competitive. We take around 30 students every year. They join one of the labs, be that in computer science, math, or toxicology. They're expected to come in and join a research project in their lab for approximately 100 hours per term. They have to do a few activities with us, and then at the end of the semester, they present the research on the symposium. Just put it there, yeah. Also, we help the college with the CUNY Justice Academy. So any Justice Academy students in the house, hello. And also out of our office, we run the pre-health advisement for the college, particularly because most of the students that apply to health programs tend to be science and math science students. So the Junior Scholars Program is an initiative that we started in 2015, and it aims at helping students stay and complete their science and math majors. Our goal is that you succeed well here and that you prepare yourself for what comes afterwards. You receive tutoring in science, academic support in science and math courses at the Math and Science Resource Center. You attend events that we put together that are, the goal is to provide you academic support and also professional development. And you also receive personalized academic advisement from one of our staffers. Eligibility for the program used to be dictated by New York State Education Department. We use a system grant to pay for this program. None of the money that you pay for the college goes to us. Well, partly pays for my salary, but all the stipend money, all the food money, all the travel money, all of that comes from external grants. So they set out the eligibility requirements. We have secured some additional funds to work with non-SYSTEP eligible students, and we work with those, if you're not eligible for SYSTEP, we work with you on a one-on-one basis, because we only have a tiny little bit of money to work with you, and right now we're giving priority to students that were part of the program but went part-time. So the requirements for the grant for SYSTEP are that the students have to be full-time New York State residents that are members of a historically underrepresented group in the fields of science and technology according to New York State, which are Hispanic, African American or Black, American Indian or Native American or Alaskan Native, or have financial need and accord to New York State. And that's why we ask students that don't belong to those populations to give us some information from their FAFSA so we can determine eligibility. If you're not eligible under either of those, and if we have extra money, then we invite you to be part of the program. And you need to be a New York State resident for at least 1 year prior to the beginning of the school year. In other words, you have to be you have to pay state tuition, state tuition rate. Mm-hmm. So why join the program? Our goal is to, the goal of the program is, the program per se is built around our students' needs based on what the feedback that we got. And we've been moving things around for the last few years, basically to meet our student needs. You need academic support, how to do better in classes. That's why we provide funds to the Matanzas Exercise Center so they can hire tutors, and that's why we require that you attend tutoring courses for your tutoring appointments for your courses. Advisement, sometimes getting advisement in the college can be difficult, so we have our own advisor and you're supposed to meet with them at least once a semester. Professional development, help you prepare by exposing you to potential careers outside of John Jay, for you to meet professionals that have left John Jay. We've worked with a lot of our alumni, and they come and talk about their careers, about their career path, and also provide financial support. And that's why if you do the bare minimum, you get $300 at the end of the semester directly deposited to your bank account. Who doesn't like free money? Well, it's not really free money. It's free money to do stuff that you should be doing anyway, so might as well. It's also a good opportunity to get to know resources at the college. Sometimes I have the wellness center or the career center come and talk about what is it that they do so that you know. Also, particularly, we're coming back to in-person events. All our events are going to have the 2 signups. If you are not in the college, you want to do it from home, like Nathaniel over there, he's at home. You can see his bookcase. But if you're on campus, we're always going to have lunch. And right now we have lunch there for 40 students and there's only 3 here. So every time that there's an event, you're going to receive an invitation. There's going to have 2 links. Sign up to come in person, there will be lunch. We have a maximum capacity in this room of 30 students. After that, it knocks off to directly to Zoom. But if you're on the day of the event, you are working, you are at home, you have something else to do, sign up to do it virtually. But don't do this, because by the end, at the end of the semester, at the end of the year, I take the money that we didn't use for food and I move it to stipends and I give it away. So if I don't waste money on sandwiches that no one's gonna eat, you might get more money. So if you sign up to come and have a sandwich with us, please come. Otherwise, I have to take them home. So because we're coming back to doing this in person, it's a great opportunity to get to know people in your major, get to know other students in the college. We have here 2 forensic science students that just got to meet each other. So now we're going to see each other in classes and in projects. Maybe you'll end up being lab partners, and now you can blame me for the introduction. And also, we try to focus on things that are useful. So covering how to improve your study habits, how to develop yourself personally, gain skills that are not necessarily what you're going to learn in your career in STEM, but that are essential for everyone, and also career preparation, which is our biggest focus. So if you complete the requirements of the program, at the end, you can get up to $300 or more dollars per term. So at the end, by the same, I'll go over the different requirements in a bit. You complete it by the deadline. We spend the month of December and most of January handling paperwork to make sure that you get your stipends on time. You also can get discounts on Kaplan products. If any of you are going to med school, grad school, law school, the moment that you say, okay, I'm gonna do this, there's an admission exam you have to take. If you wanna take a prep course, come talk to me first. Don't buy anything yet, don't buy the books, come talk to me first because I can get you very steep discounts on Kaplan. Not only that, on the grant for students that are eligible on their system, we have additional money. So if you take the course with Kaplan, we'll reimburse you part of the cost. And if you use those results to apply to med school, law school, grad school, vet school, whatever it is, we'll help you pay for the application process. So we'll reimburse you up to, I believe it's up to $300, $400 of those expenses, which again, this money that you anyway have to put down, might as well have me pay for it. So these are eligible to students that are eligible on their system. If you're not, we're limited by the amount of money that we have, and the Kaplan and GRE and the reimbursements, those are tied to the system grant, so we cannot give it to everyone sadly. So the expectations to be part of the program so that you can get the stipend is to attend at a minimum 4 academic support sessions at the Math and Science Resource Center, attend 3 of these events, this one doesn't count, attend 1 academic advisement session with our academic advisor, and complete a bunch of documents on Blackboard. These are going to have deadlines. We communicate with you through Blackboard, and there's going to be a centralized place where you are going to be able to see all this information, so you don't need to memorize it just yet. But the appointment sessions from the first day of class all the way to December 15. On December 16, I send an email. I actually have it already pre-programmed. On December 15, on May 15, the MSRC gets an email asking them, here is the list of all our junior scholars. Send me all the appointments they did this semester. In 2 days, they send us that back, and we then go through it one by one and clean it up. For the workshops, I'm sorry, I'm going to talk about how some of these requirements are negotiable in a moment. The academic advisement session, we're going to start them around half October all the way to December 1st, and also the documents on Blackboard by December 1st. So just to go over those things in detail. For the MSRC, the reason why we work with the MSRC is because in 2014, we helped them conduct a study that found that students for most science and math classes that went 4 times or more, if you split the people that went to the MSRC, the ones that were 4 times or more versus the ones that went 3 times or less, there was like a breakdown that they always got half a grade higher than the other one in average. So we found that that's the magical number for appointments. So that, again, I want to work this program around your needs. If you don't need to go to the Math and Science Resource Center, I'm not going to force you to go 4 times for 4 times for each class, but I'm going to force you to go at least 4 times. Go to the review sessions, go to the group sessions, go to one-on-one on what you need. It can be any type of appointment with the MSRC, as long as they check you in. As long as there's a place where you have to write your MPL ID, it should be okay. If you're not taking classes supported by the MSRC, if you're a senior and they don't cover instrumental analysis, for example, then if there are no classes being covered, you send me an email before November 1st, and I will make you a deal. Tell me, what do you think you should do in exchange of this? Well, you can go to the Career Center and do an appointment there. You can meet with a faculty member to discuss a class a couple of times. We'll work on that, and then you'll provide me proof, and we'll count that as your academic support part. If you're taking a course that requires you to go to the writing center, we can count those, but only if you if you have a course that requires it. In other words, biochemistry. That's the only one that requires it. So for biochemistry, if you're taking biochemistry, I'll count your visit to the writing center. But again, if you feel that you don't need the MSRC and you need more the writing center before November 1st, send me an email, tell me what's going on, and I'll make you a deal. Some of the applied math courses, particularly the ones in the first 2 years, have their own in-house tutors. You can do your tutoring with them. but you need to tell whoever is the tutor to, after you complete 4 appointments with them, to send me an email and tell me this student did appointments on this day, this day, this day, and this day, and that's good too. Again, I'm not gonna, if you're taking classes for which you have an dedicated tutor, I'm not gonna make you make the line on the MSRC to try to find an appointment. But the one thing that I'm telling you, tell me these things before November 1st. If you come to me on December 15th, oh, well, I wasn't taking classes covered by the Math and Science Resource Center. By then, I'm already way past. So sorry, that's it. I need to know this by November 1st. The other part of the program are the workshops. They always happen during community hour. Half of them are going to be in this room, 567. All of them will be hybrid, except for one that will be fully virtual. Attendance in person is going to be capped at 30. And again, sandwiches, free food. I like free food. I don't know about you. If you're doing virtual attendance, we actually get, I don't know if you've looked, because we all have the same Zoom account. I can get how much time you spent in, how much time you spent out, how many times you log in and out of the room. So what we did last year is we capped virtual attendance. You have to spend at a minimum 20 minutes on the virtual event or on Zoom for it to count. If you log in and log out immediately, that's not going to count as attending. So some of the topics we're going to have, the mid-October, we're going to have Touro University programs in pharmacy and physician assistants, which are 2 careers, particularly for the toxicologists and the CMB majors that are very popular. On October 20, MD, if you're a master's student, you're not eligible because this program is for undergraduates. Nathaniel, yes, you have to complete the MSRC session before 12:15 because that's the day that we ask them for the report. So on October 20, I'm going to give a talk about summer research program, external summer research programs. These are programs that not just are available to all students in the US that you can apply to. They provide you an in-depth research experience. Not only that, they pay you. And if they're outside of your the area where you live, they'll pay for your transportation for the summer and the housing. And you get 2 months of research directly under a faculty mentor or another university. Could be, we've had students go to Harvard, we've had students go to Stanford, we have students go to, I'm still waiting for one of them to apply to the programs at the University of Hawaii. I mean, come on, why aren't you guys applying to summer programs at the University of Hawaii? These type of programs I'm going to talk to you about are free and they pay you. And also I'm going to talk about where to start looking for internships. Don't wait until you need to complete your FOS 401 course to look for internships. Start looking now. We're also going to do a workshop on how to build your resume and how to write your resume. On November 9, we're going to have the CUNY Graduate Center come to talk about the programs in STEM, all of them, and how to apply to graduate programs with masters and PhDs at CUNY. On this November 17, we're going to have CUNY 2X TTP, which is a program for computer science majors and also applied math majors for them to get internships in workplaces in computer science. On November 22nd, we're going to have Kay DeSimone, who is one of our contractors. She's going to talk about how to develop practical step to develop personal resilience, how to become personally stronger so that you're not affected for the things that are outside of your control. She is a social worker and therapist. We had her last year give a talk on practical steps to deal with anxiety and stress. Students loved it. So we're bringing her back. And then 30th of November, we're going to have Georgiana Holder, which has been with us since the beginning of this program, another of our contractors. And she's going to be talking about how to speak truth to power. And this came out of a conversation that I had with a student that they always told me, well, I don't feel comfortable telling the professor I think they're wrong. I don't feel comfortable telling someone with authority that I need help. So she's going to talk about strategies to build yourself up so you feel more comfortable doing that. And I'll tell you here my main advice, we get paid to work for you, not the other way around. So we're not doing you favors when we talk to you, when we make appointments with you. This is our work. So take that into consideration. Don't be shy. Go for it. Ask for what you need. We're going to have academic advisement sessions starting on October 15 all the way to December 1, and also tutoring on the Math and Science Resource Center, etc. All of these will be placed on Blackboard for you. So in terms of academic advisement, you have to do one appointment every term. We just hired Alejandra Myerson Castillo, who's joining us from Brooklyn College, and she's going to start literally next week on October 3rd. So that's why academic advisement doesn't start until October 15, because I need to give her 2 weeks to at least figure out what the classes are. They're gonna be always appointment based, and I'm gonna show you on Blackboard. There's a place where you can go, and there's always gonna be a link to make appointments to anyone in the PRISM program, including Alejandra. The goals of the academic advisement for us is to make sure you're on your way to graduation. Make sure that you're taking, are going at the right speed, you're not missing any classes. Also to make sure that you're taking advantage of other college resources. Are you a senior? Have you been going to the Career Center? Are you, I feel from what you're telling me, you're undergoing something personal. Have you gone to the Wellness Center? Can I make a referral for you? And also to make sure that you're completing your program requirements, so Alejandra will become an expert on all 5 majors to make sure you're taking the right classes. Time and date are going to be determined. We'll communicate with you afterwards. If you are a pre-health student, meaning you are planning to apply to medical school, vet school, dental school, optometry school, podiatry school, or physician assistant programs, you can choose to make the appointment with me. I happen to be the pre-health advisor for the college. So instead of making the appointment with Alejandra, you can make it with me, or you can make an appointment with both, get academic advisement and career advisement. Same for students coming from the CUNY Justice Academy. You can make the option to meet with Rosie Chan, who was here and she had to leave, who is our advisor for the CUNY Justice Academy for science and coming up computer science and math soon. Then I mentioned also completing the paperwork before December 1st or December 15th. I believe it's December 1st. There are 3 main forms you have to fill out. They are PDFs. They're fillable forms. You just have to fill it out, go back to download them from Blackboard, fill them out, and go back and upload them into Blackboard. Very simple. The first one is our student commitment form, where you're making the commitment that to receive the stipend, you're going to complete X, Y, and Z. The RF CUNY Form 701. All our funds, because they're externally, our programs are externally funded, all the money is managed through the Research Foundation of CUNY. So we need to, they need information from you guys. That form requires your social security number. That's why I hate when students give me that form. And we have it now set up so that you fill it out, upload it to Blackboard, and Blackboard is secure, is safe, no one can access it. And then we just download it when we need it and send it to the Research Foundation. Only the highlighted fields, and there will be instructions on the box where the document is, so that you can make so you know what parts to fill. The rest is stuff that I have to fill. And then finally, we no longer, the Research Foundation of CUNY doesn't like to send checks anymore. So they now work only by direct deposit. If you're a freshman and you haven't had a bank account, now is a good moment, go and open one. You're going to have to fill out their form for direct deposit authorization, where you have to write your name, the name of your bank, account number, routing number, etc., etc. And you have to provide also secondary confirmation that can be in the form of a voided check from that account. Can be in the form of a direct deposit authorization form from your bank that has your account and routing number printed already. And if you don't know if it works, send me a picture of the document and I'll tell you if it works. Okay, so I mentioned Blackboard. So what's going to happen is next week when I close the application for the program, I download all the data and I sit down for a full day in front of Excel and use the sorting option to figure out which students are eligible under which grants, which students are just completely ineligible. And once I have the cohort that's going to be part of the Junior Scholars Program, I upload them to our group. And around October 1st or 2nd, under your My Organizations, you're going to find PRISM Junior Scholars. At that point, go in there, open it. The first thing that's going to come up is a link to watch this video. Once you open, it opens directly into either announcements or program paperwork. announcements is the way that I'll communicate with you guys, with everyone. I'll send a message there. It go to your inbox, and they will also be posted, just like as if it was a class. They will also be posted in the announcements section of Blackboard, on the organization on Blackboard. If you go to program paperwork, again, you find each of the 3 forms, color-coded for your benefit, instructions of what parts to fill out. You click the link, download the document, fill it out, then come right below, upload that document. Click this and upload it. And this works, I set it up like an assignment on one of the classes. So when I look at your grades at the grade center, it shows me that the student upload or not. And then we go and verify that this document is filled correctly. Okay, it's got stuck. Okay, I have the little wheel of that. Okay, so we'll do it from here. So if you go to the My Participation tab on Blackboard, you can see as you progress, as you come to events, by the next week, we'll go in and put, if you came to the event, we'll mark it on the grade center. So you're gonna be able to see how many events have you attended, how many you haven't. By December 15, we'll be able to upload the number of tutoring sessions. Did you do an academic advisement session with me, with Alejandra, or with Rosie? It will show up there. And also, did you upload the 3 documents? It will show there if you did or not. And then finally, I think that's it. I don't know what happened now. Okay. Okay, any questions, comments, nightmares? Anyone there with questions? Feel free to turn on the mic. We are fully set up in this room as far as I can tell. Hi, Ardell. Turn on the volume and let me hear your beautiful voice, please. Otherwise, I feel I'm talking to a machine. And I don't want to. Yes, we can.
Okay. I joined late, so I'm not sure if you discussed this already, but what exactly are the dates of the program again?
Yeah, so the events, by the way, on Blackboard, I forgot to include a slide for that, but there's also this link here, where if you click there, you're gonna find a calendar of events, links to Zoom, everything you need. But the events that we have organized so far, you have to attend 3, and we are doing, you have to complete, okay, why is this stuck? You have to complete 3 out of the 8 events, and here are the dates. This will all be on Blackboard. Yes, sorry, first day of grades from the first day of classes all the way to the last day of the first December 15. Tutoring sessions count as tutoring sessions. The events are separate. Aha, there you go. How about you guys?
Yeah, you said that you would have to complete 4 MRC appointments.
Mm-hmm.
The MRC does workshops. Does any one of those workshops count?
Anything where you have to check in and put your employee ID number, or at least check in with your, depending, I think on the appointments on Zoom, they get the data from Zoom.
Yeah.
But as long as it's managed by the MSRC and they take attendance, it will show up in the report. All good?
So applying, how do you apply? Or did we already apply?
Did you fill out the form that I asked 15,000 questions about your ethnicity, your income, your address, what classes are you taking, what part organizations you're part of? No.
No.
Okay.
I think it was in the same email that you sent about this meeting.
I sent a look. Particularly you two by now know my name because I'm the person in the science department that emails you guys. There are come with me after this and I'll show you a QR code. You can snap it and it will open up the application. So if you haven't filled out the application, please fill out the application. If you didn't fill out the application, I don't have your name. Hold on, let me go back. I couldn't see the name. Ooh, fancy. Tawida, hold on, I have a question. If I got accepted into PRISM. There's no problem when you fill out the form. They'll realize you're already in the system and they will delete it. But for my sake, just fill it out and add it, okay? Brian, what if you can't complete the tutoring session, but you can only complete the workshops? That's okay to any academic support session through the Math and Science Resource Center for which they take attendance will count for this. Jaylene, in the summer, that wouldn't, because that happened before the first day of classes, and I only have the academic support sessions that we are counting start on the first day of classes. Nathaniel.
I have to take this English workshop for this English 201 course. Would that count for the tutorings I have to do?
I would know, because it's not for a science or math class.
I see. Thank you.
So for those of you taking biochemistry, you have to do a certain number of appointments at the writing center. Those, I'll count them. I'm not going to make you do additional work. You're getting the point of the tutoring requirement is, frankly, to force you to get academic support, because we know we have data that shows that if you go to the Math and Science Resource Center, you do better. And our goal is for you guys to do better. Actually, when I pulled out for forensic science, because it's the biggest group and gives me the best stats, the Junior Scholars Program students versus all the other students, you always have, as a group, you have a GPA, an average GPA, 0.1 higher than the rest of the ones that were not part of the program. Why? Because I'm forcing you to go to tutoring even if you don't want to. Well, I think we should bring the sandwiches over here and make them yellows so that they can see that we're not kidding. I quite enjoy feeding people. It's part of my nature. I'm Puerto Rican. From now on, again, the events for the program, you're going to have the 2 signups. If you sign up, if you plan to come, please sign up and come so that we can use that money effectively, and I don't end up giving money to MBJ that could have gotten to your pocket.
I have one more question. I'm sorry.
Yes, very much. What's up?
So for the email that I received about joining this information session, I saw a link to apply to the Junior Scholars Program. Is that the same as PRISM or no?
PRISM is the office. The Junior Scholars Program is one of our programs.
Okay.
So you want to follow that link and apply to the Junior Scholars Program.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
What other interesting programs are there in PRISM?
For science and math, we have the undergraduate research program. That one, the application will open in the spring for students that are planning to join or that want to join the program either next summer or fall. I will do an orientation session like this about the program. Then there is also the McNair's program. That program focuses on students that want to pursue postgraduate education, so go for master's or PhD in their academic disciplines. They work across disciplines. The Office of Student Research and Creativity also provides scholarships to students involved in research that are not part of any of the programs I just mentioned. What else? In science, we have the FEMS program that provides mentorship, particularly to females in the sciences. Computer science, you guys have the computer science society that has a meeting right now too. And that club has a lot of events, and we're going to be partnering with them to help sponsor events. We want to work with them to create the first ever John Jay Hackathon. I don't know how that works, but we are reaching out to people that know how to do it. And then those are the programs that are based on academic affairs, on student affairs. There's a lot of programs like Adelante, the Urban Mail Initiative. A lot of them are on the first floor.
And you said all of these, sorry, just kind of going back to the PRISM workshops that are offered, they're all during community hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally Tuesdays or Thursdays. There's a couple of them on Thursdays, on Wednesdays, I mean.
I'm late and I'm a freshman, so I can't take any classes until I take math first. You have to take it next semester. So
you're taking Math 105 or Math 108?
I'm not sure. I can't take math until next semester because there's no more space.
Let's talk after this. Okay. No, Alexis, what happens is then the CSTEP has other options. Let me pull those up. So if you're not part of the group, then that's why we ask you for your financial aid information. And based on that, then it depends if you're eligible for CSTEP or not. If you're not eligible under any of them, I do have a little bit of money to work with students that are not eligible. Right now, we're giving priority to students that are returning, that did it last semester, and they're not eligible this year. But I might be able to extend it. So I cannot fully answer the question right now. But what it makes you ineligible is for us to be able to give you money. These grants have requirements of, is not the students that we can work with, or students that can come to our events, or students that can get support from us, is that I cannot literally give you a check for the $300. That's it. So if you want to do the program, but if you're not eligible and you want to do the program, we'll go ahead. It's just that I cannot give you the $300.
Is there a separate application for CSTEP, or is that like,
no?
Okay.
We read all out of the same. That's why the application is so long.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many freshmen do we have? Are you all freshmen? How about in the Brianna? Why don't you come now and have a sandwich with us, please? Are you Brianna?
No, but I was in the meeting.
Then see, if you're on campus, come on over. We have sandwiches, we have sodas, we have, pass me the little thing.
But it said it was full.
They told me 40 people sign up to come in, and there's only the 4 of them. We also got you guys these little kits, which has a tiny little stapler, a tiny little punch holder, a staple remover, a little pair of scissors, a highlighter, staples, tape, etc. We got this guy. See now? Yeah, please come in, come in. Okay, great. So, see, there's, I think it's shy because we're haven't gotten used to coming to stuff in person. Because last year, everybody was telling me, no, we want events in person. We're tired of being alone in our rooms, clicking on Zoom. We want to see people. I was so excited. I was expecting this room to be packed, and there's only 4 of you. Lisa, sorry, our fridge is very tiny, and I'm taking it. And whatever doesn't get eaten now, I'm going around the college and handing it out. Hans, you can come grab your sandwich and head out. I don't have boxes. And we're in room 567. It's in the 5th floor of the new building. It's in the center of the floor. Just follow the sound of my voice. Can you hear me? See, they're here. It's just that they got shy. No, don't get shy, particularly when there's food involved. Okay, so to all of those of you on Zoom that are at home, Nathaniel, it was a pleasure to see your face. You're the only face that I see on the screen. I look forward to working with you. And the rest of you, have fun with classes. And if you're on campus, come and get your stuff, please. I'll see you. Oh, hold on. I'll see everyone later. Hold on. See? Okay, I'm not moving. There's people here. I'm proving that I'm not by myself. Bye, everyone.
Bye.